We're live. How's it going, everybody? I am the Texas Man. Welcome back to the channel to another video. I hope you guys are all having an awesome day. If you guys have subscribed, thank you guys for doing so. If you guys haven't, consider doing so, and also hit that bell notification button so you guys don't miss out on another video coming out in the future here on the Texas Man channel. With that said, before we get into the review of episode 5 of the Mandalorian TV show, I want to let you guys know that this upcoming Monday, I'm doing a very special type of stream. It will not include me playing Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. It's going to be a stream where I'm going to be hopefully able to stream Star Wars Battlefront 2, some Halo Reach multiplayer, some Overwatch, maybe a little bit of Titanfall 2, and some other online multiplayer games for you guys. What's going to be unique about this stream is I don't want to call it a drunk stream. Alcohol will be involved, but I'm going to be calling it a game stream hangout. And with that, what's going to end up happening is there's going to be some rules, and it's going to be a live stream where you guys will be able to interact with me on a more personal level. So what the rules will be for that game stream hangout is that I'm going to end up be taking a shot of either some rum or some Mike's Hard Lemonade, and it'll change based on streams that I do in the future because I plan on doing more if you guys watch and you guys, are participating. So what will end up happening is I will be taking a shot when I lose a match in whatever game I'm playing. I will be taking a shot when someone says something in the live chat about the current game that I disagree with, and also if you guys make a request on something for me to review of the past, or you guys want me to give you guys my opinion on the current or future of upcoming video game titles, music, movies, airsoft guns, TV shows, stuff like that. So, if there's something you want me to review or give my opinion on live on the channel while I'm playing, I will do that. And every time you guys do that, I will be taking a shot. Please do know I have a very high tolerance level, so me getting drunk is going to be a really hard thing to do, but it's just going to be something kind of funny. I do know my own limits, so don't expect me to get drunk. I might get a little silly and tipsy, but I'm not going to get to the point where I'm going to have to end the channel and barf my brains out. So don't expect that to happen. Okay? Good. With that said, let's talk about The Mandalorian Episode 5, titled The Gunslinger. I really want to talk about the negatives first before the positives, because this episode was a drag to watch, to be honest. But I'm going to talk about the positives, then we'll talk about the negatives and give you guys my final review score. So this is episode 5, and I thought it was an okay episode. I honestly liked episode 4 a lot more than this, and episode 4 had a lot of problems with it. I gave that episode an 8. If you guys haven't had a chance to check out my episode 1, 2, 3, and 4 review, go ahead and do so, because I've already done those reviews for those episodes as well. I like the fact that the recap at the beginning of this episode was extremely short. It's less than 15 seconds. That is something that has been driving me nuts for the beginning of the show, is the recapping. The recapping didn't drive me as nuts this episode because it's just super short. It didn't show you so much stuff from the past. It did a really quick recap of episode 3 and then episode 4. And I'm I think they're getting to the point where they realize this recapping thing's kind of stupid and useless this far into the show. I just don't understand why it's still there, even though this is a streaming service. It would make sense if it was on DVD, though. Next, Baby Yoda is still adorable, and he actually has a purpose for being in this show besides being adorable. He's basically a damsel in distress, and that was, I thought, unique that they actually have him do something, actually have him have a purpose in the show besides just being cute, which is nice. The episode opens up with a really amazing, well done, and unique space battle scene between a bounty hunter shooting at the Mandalorian spacecraft, and lo and behold, they are near Tatooine. The visual effects in this episode and the music was also really good. So far, I really enjoy it the most in this episode. I mean, the past episodes had really good visual effects and music but this episode I think had the best as the time of me making this video. I really enjoyed the twist of the upcoming bounty hunter attempting to capture the Mandalorian. That was a really cool scene. The scene where the Mandalorian and the other upcoming bounty hunter work together to capture alive this other bounty hunter that's hanging out and hiding on Tatooine. And they have to capture this rogue, like ex bounty hunter that ended up working for the Hutt clans. The whole scene leading up to the capture and them, using the flare guns to blind the ex bounty hunter that has a sniper rifle. I just thought that was like they were smart about how they had to capture the target. They're not like, hey, let's just run in there and I got Mandalorian armor, so I'm completely invulnerable to blaster fire. This episode shows that I'm like, yeah, you can survive a hit or two, but it's not going to protect you forever. I also enjoyed seeing the one-eyed droids from the Phantom Menace back. That was really cool. I don't know what they're called exactly, but they're in there. And this episode also had a lot of good gun and hand-to-hand fights, and I think they were really well choreographed and just really phenomenal job on that side. For negatives, this episode honestly was filled with a ton of callbacks. I was watching it last night and I was just like, this is so on the nose. I said it out loud while I was watching it with some friends and family. I'm like, this is so on the nose. I'm like, really? There is 1,000,000+ planets in the Star Wars universe. And the Mandalorian ship after the space battle just happens by chance to crash on Tatooine. I'm like, what? That's 1 in 1,000,000 chances. And I'm like, couldn't you like think of a different planet? Like, I don't know. I would have been fine like seeing Jakku, but Tatooine. I'm like, seriously? I'm like, you could have picked any other desert planet. And then they also add on to that. That's not only Tatooine where he crashes, but it's Maz Eisley Spaceport. And literally, it shows you the valley where Obi-Wan and Luke Skywalker approach Maz Eisley at the beginning of Star Wars: A New Hope. And I'm like, wow. Just wow. And then it also shows you the bar from A New Hope and the bounty hunter dude that wants to end up joining the Guild Bounty Hunter clan. He is sitting at the same booth that Han Solo, Chewbacca, Luke Skywalker, and Obi-Wan sit in A New Hope discussing, can we get the Millennium Falcon and we need to go rescue the princess and all that. That was just like it was okay to see, but I'm like, it wasn't original. And that's why I've been enjoying The Mandalorian, is even though it shows you stuff you've seen somewhat before, it's like it's bringing fresh ideas, it's showing you newer stuff. This episode really reused a lot of old assets, and I feel like they did that to make this episode cheaper to produce, and it was clear. Also, we get to see the Tusken Raiders, and also I don't understand why in this episode they allowed the Mandalorian and the upcoming bounty hunter to walk through the lands. Tusken Raiders, I don't ever known to be negotiable. So the whole sign language thing with the Mandalorians, like, please don't kill us. We just need to get through your land and go collect this bounty. And I'm like, these Tusken Raiders are what planet were these Tusken Raiders born on? Kill. That's what Tusken Raiders do, is they kill. They don't talk. Like, what? That was a confusing scene. Also, I didn't care about any of the new characters. I also felt like this episode was extremely rushed and it was too short. This episode's only like 35 minutes, so it's really short compared to the other ones. Honestly, I wasn't excited to see this as the past episodes. It just, the beginning of the episode kind of got me excited. And the moment I saw Tatooine, I was like, okay, my mind just went. I'm like, I don't care. I'm not going to care because I know it's going to show you stuff. I honestly was waiting for the episode to make it where we got to see the Sarlacc pit and it would make a reference to Boba Fett and the fact that, he was a Mandalorian and he died there. But it didn't do that. I was just like, please, if you're going to go all the way, go all the way with all your on-the-nose callbacks. Also, this show and episode does not seem to know what the plan is with the Mandalorian. At least they're not telling us. I'm like, what is the Mandalorian's plan to hide and protect himself and hide and protect the Baby Yoda thing? I'm like, the show needs to tell us what the plan is, because at this point with episode 5, it's like they're just hopscotching around and trying to find somewhere to hide, but it's like we don't know what the plan is. Like he needs to have a set goal of a planet that he's going to and a set thing of guidelines. That way they don't get discovered by the guild army and all that. And just like you need to do something to show the audience what the plan is for the future of the episodes and for the future of the show. And also lastly, I honestly think this episode had a really bizarre ending where somebody goes to where the ex bounty hunter that worked for the Hutt clans, they walk over to their corpse because they end up getting shot. And I'm just like, who is it? Who is it? And I'm like, still, this show does not seem to understand. You need to give us like a 10-second glimpse into the next episode. So yeah, this episode, honestly, it was boring. It was a filler episode by all definitions. It wasn't horrible, but I just didn't care and enjoy it. Honestly, will enjoy watching episode 4 of this show a lot more than 5. 5, I've seen it once and I don't care to see it again. I've been having a fun time watching the first 4 episodes, 3 to 5 times based on, who comes over and whatnot and watches it with me that hasn't had a chance to watch the episodes. I've been having a blast rewatching those. But episode 5, I can't say I care to watch it again with anybody. I'd rather play on my Switch while they're watching it. So with that, guys, I'm going to give The Mandalorian episode 5, The Gunslinger, an 8 out of 10. You guys all have a great day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye, guys.